Welcome back, you beautiful bastions of freedom. The BBOF reporting for duty. Guys, we've got to talk about something that you are not used to seeing on this channel. We have got to do some very uncomfortable conversation right now in honor of a great man, an incredible legacy, in order to further the Second Amendment to unseen heights. But we've got to have a very hard conversation before we do. It's something that I've been putting off for 2 weeks because, quite honestly, I could not deliver it to you without crying about it. And no one wants to see that on this screen. But we're going to honor a legacy. His name is Sam Paredes, but that's the inspiration. We're about to have some uncomfortable conversations around some of the things that we need to talk about in this space for a betterment of the entire space and the future of the next generations. So guys, if you enjoy this, I need to hear you in the comments on this one. This is a really great conversation piece. I think it could be the start of something incredible. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on if you believe in this message and you want to follow the cutting edge driving forward. I'd love to have you along for the ride because I think this is important. Let's get into this. All right. The man on your screen is Sam Paredes. Now, Sam Paredes was a board member of Gun Owners of America and Gun Owners of California and Gun Owners Foundation, or spokesman for Gun Owners Foundation, a legend in the 2A space, and he passed 2 weeks ago. A lot of you guys know I was in California paying my respects at the funeral services, and again, the time is now right to bring to light and conversation some things that Sam and I always spoke about, and I genuinely think the time is right to do it and to honor that legacy, which is why I'm doing this video. Sam had a coined phrase, a catchphrase. He would say it to everybody. He was extremely encouraging to anybody he met. Why would we fight over existing pieces of the pie when we can make the entire pie bigger? Now, of course, he's talking about bringing more people into the fold, and that's kind of what the impetus for this video is, because we need to reset some things in our space. We genuinely do. And before I actually show you his last speech at Goals about a week before he passed, I'm going to show you something else that I think is really important, which is kind of coloring this conversation. So, in the past 9 months, as a space, these 9 brands that you see on the screen right here have undergone pretty immense cancellation pressure for doing one thing or the other. You could say it's deserved, you could say it's not deserved, you could say it was irrational, you can say whatever you want, fill in the blanks here. And I'm not blaming anybody who did anything. This is not a blame throwing video. I'm not going to stand high on my hill and be purer and holier than thou and throw rocks. I'm not going to do it. I am just as guilty as anyone else, so don't take it as anything other than I think we need to start a conversation. But what we're going to do if we continue this road, we're going to hollow ourselves out as an industry. Because when the Democrats and the left and the gun controller take power again, it is not an if, it is a when. We are going to have no cover. We are going to have no infrastructure standing because we burnt it all to the ground in the pursuing of a rat. And honest to God, it's going to hurt us more in the long run, which is why I'm doing this video. All right, so now I'm going to show you. I'm going to come back to that because, again, this is a very important conversation. I need to hear you. I'm going to play a clip from Sam. This is his last speech from Goals. This is a very important video and incredibly timely and very impactful. Let me know what you guys think of this.
From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you. If you can see life through my eyes, I see a bright, shining light. I see a lot of enthusiasm. I see a lot of hard work. And I see a lot of patriots who love this country. And from 1975 to 1986, not a single anti-gun bill was passed in the state of California. Not one. So Senator Richardson realized, you know what? We need to do this nationwide. And within a year, we started Gun Owners of America. And the rest is history. We are the only no-compromise, pro-Second Amendment organization in the world, not just the country. Our job is to gather, to build each other up, to learn from each other, to get excited, and then to scatter across the fruited plain, spreading the message of the Second Amendment and what other people need to do to be a part of it.
And I'm going to leave that up there for a second because this whole thing is furthering that legacy. He said it at the very end. He said 2 things that I want to reiterate. And if you did not know Sam, you missed out. You missed a legend. The first thing, other people to join the fray and spread out across the fruited plain. That means make the pie bigger. The other thing that he said, and this is incredibly important, is patriots who love this country. And I know every single person who would have an issue with anything that any of the brands that we are looking at that I just mentioned has done or will do or has not done. It's all coming from a protective, from a loving perspective of the Second Amendment and our freedoms and our rights. And I know that. And I'm not questioning that. But there needs to be a reset in the balance and in the relationship between content creators, the viewing public, and brands. And the reason that I say that is quite simple. We need to respect each other in a very equal way. I'm not going to do any type of cancellation push or any type of hit piece or any type of they did this wrong, so therefore feel fury. I will not do that going forward. That's my pledge to you right now. In honor of Sam, I will not do it. And that means something. And none of my channels will either. Katie's channel, me and Tim's channel, we will not do it. However, this is a very important piece. We have got a tendency to jump from a issue, right? If something happens, something goes wrong, we're jumping straight to burn it to the ground. We need to have a feedback cycle in the middle. If companies do something that is not good, we need to have a feedback option before we burn it to the ground, because what that does is the companies no longer have the desire to want to fix the issue. They get defensive and they dig in and they hold their ground. That's what happens because we jump straight from you did something wrong to burn it to the ground. We need feedback as a model. We need to go 1, 2, 3, 4. What the heck is going on? The other side of that conversation and that relationship is also as equally important. Brands, companies, if your audience, if your consumers, if your public perception or your product users, your brand believers, if they are giving you feedback, you have the exact same responsibility to listen to that feedback and apply changes as sees fit. The responsibility is one of respect for both sides. It has to be, we're not going to burn you straight to the ground, we're going to give you feedback. And then the other side of the companies has to be, we hear your feedback and we're going to adjust to your concerns so we can have a better, stronger Second Amendment together going forward. I know that all the groups involved, from the companies to the individuals to the content creators, we all want the Second Amendment to be furthered. We have the exact same goals and desires. My main concern and the reason that I'm doing this video, and I need you to send it out if you believe it, and comment too. If we continue to skip the feedback model and go right to burn it to the ground, we are going to have no defenses left. We are going to have no companies left. We are going to have no infrastructure left when the left comes for us the next time, because they're going to. This is not a question of when. This is, excuse me, an if. This is a question of when. And the man that you are looking at right here, where'd he go? He said it best. Patriots who love this country, bringing more people in to make the pie bigger, not fight over existing pieces. If we unify and we stop doing this to each other, again, I am not coming from a position of innocence. I am just as guilty as anyone. And we face our foes on the outside versus facing what we perceive as foes on the inside, we will accomplish things which will be greater than Sam could ever have imagined. All I can say is, it won't happen on my channel. I can't speak for any creator. I can't speak for any company. I can't speak for any brand. I can't even speak for you guys. I will objectively tell you when something's wrong. I will objectively tell you something's happening. I will never not tell you. But I'm going to incorporate feedback models, and I'm going to remain objective through the entire thing, because that's incredibly important for the health of the space overall, for our everlasting fight against these tyrants who are coming. I guarantee it. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments field below. Let me know if I landed that plane. This video was a very hard one to do, so I hope I did it well. I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.